Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm excited to play with the Kiko Milano Holiday Eyeshadow Palette. I picked this up, I couldn't help it because it reminded me so much of my new MAC that I just did, and I wanted to test it out, see what the quality is, see if it's as good as the other Kiko Milano eyeshadow that I have. There are some differences. I grabbed some other Kiko Milano items that I had in my stash, and we're doing an affordable get ready with me makeup face. I hope that sounds like fun. I hope you'll stick around and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start with brows, and I recently picked up this e.l.f. brow soap. I love my e.l.f. brow lift, but I just couldn't help myself. I wanted to see, does this soap compare to the other soaps that I have? I feel like I'm a little bit more of a gel girl than the soap girl, but I figured I would try it. Oh, it pops right out of there. But there it is. I'm going to put a little bit of setting spray. It actually, I was reading the directions and it said to put the setting spray on the spoolie. So I'm gonna try it that way. Spray my spoolie, and then I do find that when you bend it, it helps a little bit. This is my spoolie from my alter ego set. And I'm just gonna load it up a little bit and let's see what happens. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna use this to just, ooh, look at that. That really works well. See if it holds. Wow, so far so good. Let's just shape them a little. All right, let's leave them like that for a while. I'm gonna go in with primer, and I figured since I picked up this new Kiko Holiday Eyeshadow Palette that I'd grab a few of my other Kiko products that I have in my stash. And the first one is this matte face base. Looks like a gel. It has been a while since I've used this. I do like the smell of this product. It smells very fresh. Now I'll move on to the eyes. I'm going to put a little bit of my Jason Wu eyeshadow primer on. This is in the light shade. Now for the fun part. I picked up this holiday eyeshadow palette from Kiko Milano. It reminded me a little bit of this. This is the one that I recently did with MAC. Kiko came out with their version. This one is $32. This one is $19.99. But they do go on sale, and I'm pretty sure I picked this one up on sale. It's got a mirror inside. We've got some nice warm to neutral colored shadows inside. If you are curious about a comparison, here is the MAC and here is the Kiko. Very similar. I do have another Kiko Milano shadow palette. Here is what it looks like. This is the Bright Quartet, and this one, the shadows are a little more raised in it. But I have been satisfied with that palette's performance, so I have high hopes for this one. I'm going to first swatch it. It's got two mattes. Here's the first matte, second matte. Then there is a shimmer, and then a pretty gold. Looks very nice. I'm going to start with this deepest shade in the corner here. I'm going to focus this on the outer corner, and any worries about depth have just gone out the door. Got some nice depth going on here. I was going to do a direct comparison between this and the MAC, like eye to eye, but I do have plans tonight, and I thought I would just get ready with you. So if you want to see just how close these palettes are, let me know, and I can do another one comparing side to side. But so far, this shadow is performing great. I'm going to take a slightly fluffier brush, and I'm going to go into this lighter matte and just use this to go over the top edge, just to assist in the blending. It's a very light shade. I'm going to take that deeper shade and go on the bottom, focusing a little bit more on that outer corner, and then going in a little higher and lighter on the inner corner. Anybody watch The Good Doctor? I'm so glad I watched this before I filmed, because I cry almost every time. It's such a wonderful show. At first it was hard for me because of the autism. It's really close to home for me. I think of my Luke and I think of his future, but it's a beautiful, beautiful show. Now, I think I want to go in with this champagne first and see what that does. Oh wow, that's great. Look at that. Wow, that's very pretty. It adhered to my eye with great ease. I want to swatch this gold. Do I want to put this? Oh, that feels even smoother. I'm going to put this over here, just for a little dimension. It's pretty, so it goes a little deeper to a little lighter. Wipe off the finger and go back in and do the same thing on the other side. Love it. I'm gonna go back in with that original brush with that deepest shade and just reinforce that outer corner just a little bit. Sometimes I get a little heavy-handed with the shimmers and take them too far. These brows feel good. They don't feel real stiff. I'm gonna real quick fill them in with my AOA brow pencil, which, by the way, stay tuned. I just did some more ShopMissa $1.55 shopping, and that video is coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed. And brows are on. I have to say, least favorite part of my brow routine. Gonna go in with my itty bitty Essence Extreme Lasting Pencil. This is the Essence Extreme Lasting Pencil, itty bitty, in my chopping block, shop my stash type deal. I am trying to take this down as far as I can, even though I have lots of backups. Let's not waste. Gonna go on the top waterline and a little bit on that outside, and then I might even wing it out just a bit. I am going to throw a little bit of my Lumify. Got some bloodshot eyes going on here. Might as well throw some top mascara on. I grabbed my little bitty Milani anti-gravity. I got this in my Walmart gift box. Got an interesting wand. Great mascara, love it. You can be lazy and just put a little bit on, or you can really take your time and build it up, which I did. I'm just taking a little bit of my Essence Extreme Last Creamy pencil for my waterline. I'm gonna go back into this Kiko palette, and I'm gonna go right underneath that creamy color with this darkest color, just for a little more dimension. All right, for foundation, I have the Nothing Matter Mattifying Foundation from Kiko. Foundation is on. Not my favorite, but not enough to stop using. I will continue using it, but it's not one that I reach for super often. For concealer, I have my Ordinary concealer. This is one of my favorite concealers, and the price is amazing. Do you see how much I have on my hand there? That'll be too much. Very full coverage, on the thicker side, which I do not enjoy, but the finish is there. I like it. If you are looking for a really inexpensive, full coverage concealer, Ulta online, you can get this concealer. Complexion's looking good. For powder, I have my RCMA Powder No Powder that is also in my Shop My Stash. I am using it. It's just so messy, but it's a nice lightweight powder. Just seems to get everywhere. But you get such a bang for your buck. You get so much powder. And I think it's like $16, but you get so much. I feel like I've been using this every day and I still have barely put a dent in it. Teensy bit under the eyes. For bronzer, in my Boxycharm, in the drop shop that they had a new shade of the LYS powder bronzer available, so I picked it up. I believe it's Harmony. I'll make sure I post a picture, but this one is in Strength, which is a darker shade, and I'm hoping that this is going to turn out to be a little more cool, since that is what I'm enjoying right now. If you take it too far, just use your foundation brush to clean up those edges. It's a little more red toned than I would want. I want it a little bit cooler. If you own the LYS bronzer and know which shade is cooler, please let me know. I feel like everybody online has that I have seen has the light or medium shades, and I just want a little more cool. This one definitely has a red undertone. Basically feel like I have blush all over my face. I'm gonna go into my LYS cream blush. This is in the shade Kindness, which is a little peachier. Gotta love it when you tap off your brush and you're using a cream product. This is cream, no need to tap. But this is one of my very favorite cream blushes, their cream blush formula. I have a couple of shades. And then in my other video, I talked about how I've been taking a little bit of highlight and putting it over my matte blush, and less of the highlighty space, but more in the blush space. I grabbed this Glow Baby highlight that I got from ShopMissa. Love it. Here's the problem. It comes out way too much. I'm just sort of tapping it with my tissue. And then back in to my blush brush and just lightly tap over just to give those cheeks a little bit of a highlight. Love it. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of bottom mascara. I grabbed my Ulta Beauty Lash Flash, which is a tubing mascara that is going to be my friend and not transfer. For lip liner, I have my Morphe Sweet Tea. And for lipstick, I grabbed this Velvet Passion lipstick from Kiko Milano. Beautiful packaging. Comes off, slides up, not thrilled with the color. I think that it was my mistake. I thought I ordered more of a brownie pink, but this one is a pinky pink. So I picked mine up in the shade 315 Mauve. And I think what I should have gotten was Rosy Brown. It's beautiful packaging. Love the way that looks. And I'm just gonna put it on and put a warmer lip gloss on top. It's got a slight drag, but nothing that bothers me. And this packaging feels very luxe. It pulls down magnetically, very pretty. I may pick up the other shade so that I will be sure to wear it. For now, I have a feeling this is going to be very long wearing and non-drying. I'm going to warm it up a little bit though with my Maybelline Lifter Gloss. This is in the shade Crystal. I like it. So that warms it up a little bit, makes it mesh in a little bit nicer with the lip liner. Maybe a little bit of this cream in my inner corner for brightness. Little Milani Make It Last. And this is the finished look. What do you think of the eyes? I think it's beautiful. I hate to admit it, but I like this palette just as much as I like this palette. Very similar in color stories. I think I like the shimmers in the Kiko a little bit more than the MAC. This shimmer here doesn't pop quite as much as I would like, and this shimmer is a little bit of a darker gold than I would prefer. Here are the two golds from the MAC, and then let me show you the two golds from Kiko. Lighter on the Kiko and the lighter on the MAC, and then the gold in the Kiko. So you can see the MAC golds are a little bit darker, where the Kiko are a little bit brighter. So my personal preference is to go for the lighter shimmers. Packaging does not feel anywhere near as luxe as this one. This one is much more lightweight. It feels like plastic, but it looks beautiful. I love that it could be an ornament. You can take this right off if you would prefer it not to be an ornament. So it's up to you. If you want the heavy luxe packaging, good mattes, nice shimmers, you could go with this one, or you could save yourself a little bit of money and go with this one. I think that this is a beautiful palette and I do recommend it. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to have you join me. I upload videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. I just love all things that have to do with makeup and beauty. If you hit that notification bell, you'll get a notification every time that I upload. Give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.